Hey everybody, it's Bob here. There is a lot of awesome content coming up for us gamers in 2024. Diablo 4 is no exception, and we're gonna get into it today. But first, there is a post here from Diablo on X, on Twitter, where they recapped the year 2023, where Diablo 4 launched, as many of you guys know. And we can see some statistics here. I wish they shared even more, but we have some statistics here. So the year in numbers, 1 trillion monsters have been slain. 37 million people have been butchered by the butcher. He has killed and claimed many players. I may have died to him a few times, and I don't know if any of you has never died to the butcher, but I think everybody that played Diablo 4, like more than, let's say, 20 hours, probably has died to this guy at least once, yes? 2.4 million hardcore players have been claimed. That's some crazy number as well. And the most popular class is Sorcerer. And Necromancer, man. I think this is like heavily influenced by the numbers we had at the start. But man, we need some more Barbarians out there, guys. I've been trying to push people to play some Barb, man. And I think this season with the Hoda Barbs, there have been many. So yeah, let's keep smashing in 2024. And to see what's coming here, Wowhead has a really nice article where they compiled all the information that we know that is coming in 2024, like, for example, the expansion. We're going to get into all the details now for 2024. So I'm going to link that article in the description as well. So let's see what they have in store here. So we know Season 3 starts January 23rd. So the Midwinter Blight event is going to end January 2nd, right? And I think the team is on Christmas, New Year break until the 4th of January, the Diablo 4 team, the developer team. So we probably going to get the live stream or the season announcement, I would expect on the 8th or the 9th of January. So in about 1 week, let's say in about like 8-9 days, basically, we're going to get the announcement of Season of Blood. And we already know that it's called Season of Blood because it says it in game, and we already that the Season of Blood is ending in January 23rd, and the new season, we don't know the name yet, is gonna start at the same day, because that's the way Diablo does their seasons. They always end the season and start the new season on the same day. So January 23rd, guys, take your holidays or take a day off work if you want to blast the season. I'm certainly gonna be here on stream, and we're gonna blast. The next thing we know is that we're gonna get leaderboards. So this is a preview, I think they showed it at BlizzCon, of how the leaderboards are looking. Like right now, we have community fan boards here, leaderboards on Maxroll. Obviously, this one doesn't have all the players, and it's like just fan community driven. So it can never be like fully complete because it doesn't take an API, or there's like no in-game connection. You need to like manually submit. So big shout out here for all the work that went into this. Very cool to see for the community. But we're gonna have these officially in-game, and this is not gonna be for Abattoir of Zir. As far as we know, Abattoir of Zir is gonna like end when the season ends. They might bring it back later, but for now we're gonna get something that is called the Gauntlet. And this is what these leaderboards are for. And you can see here there's 1 rank for each class and 2-player, 3-player, and 4-player leaderboards. And these are going to be, as far as I know, global leaderboards. So all the people from every region, from every part of the world that play Diablo 4 will be on this leaderboard. And I'm expecting, with like how serious, especially like China and some other countries are taking it, that there is going to be a lot of Chinese names. We've seen it also on the Abattoir of Zir leaderboard that there's like a lot of China players, and most of them don't even submit their clears. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people, and it's going to be very, very competitive on these leaderboards. And yeah, the new system is like new Gauntlet. You need to get some points, and it's going to be like very speed focused. You see here solo Barbarian leaderboards, for example. It's going to reset weekly, and there are also rewards for being at a certain bracket or at a certain rank on the leaderboards, similar to what we could see in Diablo Immortal. And I know there is a lot of negativity about Diablo Immortal, but there are also a few very good things, I think, in Diablo Immortal. A few very nice concepts. And yeah, one of them was this like weekly rewards, so you actually get something for being on the leaderboards. And you don't have to be rank 1, you get something if you're like, let's say, top 1000 in the world, for example, right? So there's like these brackets, I think, that you can reach, and that could be very cool. We will yet have to see what the Gauntlet exactly will be, but people said it might be like a bit similar to Challenge Rifts in, you know, Diablo 3. More like speed focus and not really like the super tough endgame content. But it's going to be a very nice competitive mode that probably is going to be accessible for a lot more players. Because Abattoir of Zir, I like it a lot, but I also get that it's like very much on the high end, and a lot of, especially like people that don't have so much time to play, a lot more of the casual player base, they don't have the time and they don't have the character power to like grind the high Abattoir of Zir tier. So this leaderboard, I think, is going to be a bit more accessible for, like, let's say, the average player. So that is all coming January 23rd, guys. This is going to be, well, in just 3 weeks, and we're probably going to learn about it next week. Yeah, then there is probably going to be even more endgame content. Like, there's not really, like, any talks what that will entail, but pretty sure we're going to see a lot of changes. I'm expecting a lot of class balance changes as well. A lot of people are advocating for Ball Lightning, Sork, and Hodabomb nerfs. Probably even Shred Druid needs a nerf. We will see what happens. In general, I'm not like a big fan of nerfs. I would more like to see, like, you know, them buffing the weaker builds, especially right now. Necromancer is struggling. They should also probably nerf some bugs like the Tybet's Will on the Rogue, like the broken interactions, and also a lot of the snapshotting. I don't know if they're going to change that, but I would very much like to see it. Because if snapshotting is still a thing, and these leaderboards will come around, well, guess what? People will snapshot all that they can snapshot to reach the top of these leaderboards. So I really hope that they sort of, like, you know, lock our gear, similar to how they do it in Diablo 3 Greater Rifts. But we'll see. I don't know what they tell here. Helltide Changes. Oh yeah, in Season 3 also, they said this. Helltide will now last for 55 minutes. Again, I'm going to put the Wowhead article here from Salek, greetings, my friend, in the description. So they compile it all, and if you want to read about it, you can check it out here. So Helltide is now going to be every hour for 55 minutes, and then 5 minutes there's going to be a downtime, and then the next area will be Helltide. So you never have to wait. If you're missing souls, or if you're missing fiend rolls, or just want to play Helltide, you can do so any time of the day pretty much. And then you grind it for 55 minutes, and then you take like a short 5-minute break, you get some snacks, you go to the bathroom, and then you can go again with your friends. So that's going to be very cool. Blizzard also mentioned for January also, we're going to get more sources of 925 item power. So right now, you know, Duriel is basically the main way where people get these kind of gear. But there is definitely going to be like new... Like, they're working on it. They haven't really said exactly what it's going to be. I'm hoping it's going to be like, you know, a reward for this like gauntlet stuff, or doing these leaderboards or something like that to get more 925 gear. So you're not like forced kind of to do Duriel to get like a weapon or to get like a chest armor, for example. And the technology, guys, for console, we've been memeing on this a lot. It's going to finally arrive. So for those of you who don't know, right now, if a console player wants to add gold in the trade window, it only goes up by 1, and then 2, and then 3. Like, you cannot, the technology isn't there. You can't just, you know, normal keyboards, like you have this like numlog and numpad, you can just type the number, right? That technology is not on console. Like, you can't do this with a controller, obviously, because you don't have a numpad. So right now, the gold inflation with the buffs is insane. Like, people trading like billions and billions of gold for like one item, and it takes like up to a few hours to even trade this kind of gold in console. It has gone so bad that people on the trade websites like Diablo.trade are not willing to even trade with console players anymore, because it just is a waste of time. It just takes so long for them to add, like, let's say 2 billion gold to buy a ring. Like, it just doesn't work. So Blizzard is finally addressing it, and we are getting in Season 3, January 23rd, we are getting a gold input option. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it with a controller, but it finally will work, guys. So it's very good for all the console players out there. And then that is all that we know that is going to come January 23rd. Again, more information probably next week in the developer stream. Then in April, so we already know that every 3 months there's going to be a season, right? So this season is going to start January 23rd. So you can basically go about 3 months later, which puts you in April, like I would say mid-April. I think they're pretty consistent with their 3-month season. So I would say in the beginning, probably even late March, we will learn about the season that's going to come in April. And they have already revealed some information that we're going to get a lot of itemization changes. There's been a few content creators and figures in the community like myself that Blizzard has asked for like feedback, and I know about the system, I know what's coming. I'm unfortunately not allowed to share any details on this, but trust me guys, it's gonna be cool. Like there is many cool changes coming. You can sort of compare it, or people have compared it a bit to like Loot 2.0, what they did in Diablo 3. Like they significantly will improve a lot of the stuff. And yeah, there's going to be even more additional endgame content. I think there's going to be a lot more coming, but this is like the big thing we know. And obviously every season will have a theme as well. Like for season 3 in January, we don't know what theme it is. We also don't know what it is in April, but there is going to be some cool things coming and cool season themes. And the way we go about loot will probably change in a major way. And I don't know if they have this later down the line. What they also said at BlizzCon, that they are looking to change the Codex of Power system. It might also be in here somehow. Because right now we have a big problem with stash space. So this is like probably like around April, where they, you know, like look at half my stash here just has perfect aspects. He has a perfect Edge Master, perfect basic skill. My stash problem is so bad that I started storing loot in my inventory, so I can't even pick many items because like everything is full. Like you see this mess here, everything is full. And again, a lot of the space is taken by perfect aspects. And what they are looking to do is to include, and I don't know why this has not been in the game on launch, you will be basically able to upgrade or like, you know, basically like extract the aspects. And then let's take Edge Master, for example, here. This is like the easiest one to think about. So if you find, like every season you have to find it again, right? If you find a 20% Edge Master, you can somehow extract this 20% so that your Codex of Power Edge Master min roll 10% becomes a max roll 20%. Or let's say you find a 19%, then you can upgrade your Codex to 19% Edge Master. And then you can use this as many times as you want. That's the way I understood it. And that will be awesome, because that means you just need to find every aspect, like with high roll or perfect roll once, then you extract it. Probably you go to the occultist, you extract that aspect, and you have the perfect Edge Master basically till the end of season for 3 months. So you can now salvage like all your Edge Masters. And if I search for Edge Master, yeah, thank God we have a search function now. You can see here, I have like 1, 2. This one is imprinted, doesn't count, but 1, 2, just in case I need it, right? 3, this one is imprinted, this one is imprinted. 4 Edge Masters, just for like, you know, if I want to switch my build and stuff, I have perfect Edge Master. So this is already, this one item is already going to free like randomly me here 4 stash space slots. So there is a big problem with stash space, and for some reason they coded it in a way that everybody has to load everybody's stash tabs. So they can't really just simply add more stash space, which is really frustrating for players, and I guess for themselves as well. But it will definitely help with the current stash tab issues or space issues when we have like, let's say, half of our stash right now is the aspects. And if that is part of the Codex of Power system, that is going to help a lot, of course. So a very cool change, very cool to see. And then we probably know there's probably going to be one more season, and then late 2024, guys, we have the Vessel of Hatred coming. This is the new expansion, and I think it was Rod Ferguson. He confirmed in an interview that there is going to be expansions annually. Like he said, annual, I think it was at Gamescom or something, I don't remember where the interview was, annual expansions of Diablo 4. So we're going to get one in 2024, and we're probably going to get another one in 2025. And Vessel of Hatred, this one like strongly hints to like the Flare jungle. They've like released this here at BlizzCon. They talked about it. Like this is like kind of the area. It's going to be located like here to the south. You can kind of see here Like here are like mountains. This is like gonna be where the jungle is, and you're probably gonna, you can see it already on the map. Like you're probably gonna be able to go down here, and you unlock the new map down here in the south. Like it's gonna connect from here and from here most likely, and you will be able to access the new area with the new expansion. So we don't know if they're gonna raise the level cap or if we're gonna even see new skills for the existing classes, but we're definitely gonna get a new class. The region is called Nahatu. And a lot of people want a paladin, but the leaks and a lot of people on the internet say it might be a spirit-born class. So they already kind of confirmed that it's not going to be a paladin because it's going to be a new class, they said. So we'll see what they do. And I think there's also a chance that they might change it again. Like, who knows? Because probably like with annual expansions, they have more. Like, this is just me on Copium. They have more than one class planned anyways, right? But yeah, I'm looking forward to this Vessel of Hatred. They have a big reveal in early summer, actually. I didn't even know this. So probably at Gamescom again. Like at Gamescom, I mean, they say early summer. Gamescom is usually like August, like which is like mid to late summer. But I don't know. I mean, they're definitely going to reveal this Vessel of Hatred. And then we also have BlizzCon again. I mean, we'll see exactly like when it's going to come out. But I'm expecting like around October, maybe November, for Vessel of Hatred. I mean, you can sign off in the comments or here in the Twitch chat, like, what do you guys think when it's coming? Oh yeah, here, to be determined, so there's more planned updates. Oh yeah, the aspects, here, this is what we already talked about. After Season 3, it will be implemented. It's going to take a little bit longer. This was like the aspect stuff. More permanent endgame content. Yeah, we will see what they will do with the Abattoir of Zir, if they will recycle this in some way, or if it's just going to be a season event that's over and out, basically. And here, this is even news to me, loadout. This is be like your armory, like in Diablo 3. So loadouts for Diablo 4 that let you save and switch between builds, similar to the armory, is in the works. Okay, that will be very helpful. I can specifically imagine for the leaderboards, especially if it's like this, like speed focused, that you want to have like a very specific build for this, very optimized, and different builds for solo and group push. We will see. I'm definitely looking forward to that a lot. Like, we're gonna push a lot of leaderboards, guys. And yeah, I also didn't know about this change that's coming. So yeah, they are working on an armory, actually. That's cool. Loot filter. So I don't think they said anything specifically, right? Like, what is the Joe Shelley? We think about the loot filter. We want to get these revisions out of the way for our item reworks in the game done first. Okay, so they're definitely going to do the itemization changes that we talked about first, and then they will see if they still want to do a loot filter. That's basically the way I understand it. Social features are coming as well. But this is like very like, you know, we don't really know if it's coming or when it's coming. I guess we will have to see about this. This is like a little bit of copium. Maybe we will have a group finder in the game at some point. I mean, I would very much like to see that, but we also just have the power of community here. There's so many people already like finding groups here in the Twitch chat or in Discord groups or like anywhere. There's so many amazing creators and amazing communities out there. But yeah, that would be very cool. So one thing that is not coming, but I would like to see is like some sort of like improvement for the trading, because right now, I mean, Diablo trade is doing a fantastic job, but it's just like still so tedious. And like, I look at other games, like D3 had it like very cool in the start, like obviously like no real money auction house, but like an auction house of some sort, like in WoW or like in Path of Exile, like some integration of trading, like in the actual game. Because I think whenever you have to leave the game to go to like a third-party website, like this should be in the game in some way. Like, it's just like so much more quality of life for the players if you have these like kind of systems in game. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Either way, I think there is a lot of exciting stuff coming, guys. I'm definitely gonna be blasting here. We're gonna be playing together. We're gonna be pushing the leaderboards. We're gonna see what the expansion is gonna be all about. 2023 has been amazing. Thank you again, guys, for all the support. Thank you for being here. And yeah, I'm super stoked for what's to come here in Diablo. I wish you all the best for 2024. Stay healthy, keep grinding, and I will see you soon. Take care, my friends. GG. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.